Hi guys, I'm Kira and this is my studio. One little disclaimer before we get started. If I sound congested, it's because I am. My allergies always go crazy during a weather or season change, so yeah. Now that I've disgusted you, let's start the video. It's that time of year again. You know what I'm talking about. Inktober. I'm pretty sure you either hate it or love it. Me, I have a love-hate relationship with it as well. Each year I try to tackle it and I either crush it and do extremely well or I fail miserably and vanish from the face of the earth for almost a year. There's really no in between with me. So far, I'm doing pretty well if I do say so myself, but I think that's only because I'm going easy on myself this year. I think a lot of people, including myself, feel some type of way about Inktober because it just feels like a whole lot of pressure. You see this awesome art community that you want to be a part of, so you try your hardest to make a piece of art that can compete with everyone else's, but your art just looks like trash next to others using the hashtag. This is how I felt before. Also, there's the looming fear of completing an entire piece in one day, every single day for 31 days. How daunting. It takes all the fun out of art. If this is your mentality on Inktober, and I know it has been mine before, this will make art feel like torture. And I'm pretty sure that Jake Parker didn't create this event to torture artists. No. He had stated that he made Inktober to practice drawing in a medium he felt like he needed more skill in. So the idea of Inktober is basically just that, practice. This year, I decided to adopt this way of thinking for Inktober and not really focus on a complete masterpiece, but just practicing drawing. If you're an OG subscriber, you know that I actually took a sabbatical from YouTube because I had a lot going on. I hadn't drawn for nearly a year. I wanted to use Inktober to jump back into drawing. I feel really rusty, so I'm deciding to just focus on sketching and doing line art, but that's it. That's all I needed out of Inktober this year, so it really took a lot of that pressure off me. At first, I felt behind because I worked 45 hours last week, so I couldn't focus on any art, but on my day off, I just used that time to catch up, as you can see. Some may say that's cheating or whatever, but I don't care. I hadn't drawn for nearly a year, and if I could finish this month with 31 decent drawings, I'll be proud of myself, okay? So that leads us here. I actually used 3 different Inktober prompt lists. I know that sounds crazy. If I wanted to take it easy on myself, why would I use 3 different lists? Well, it was just a way of getting my creative juices flowing. With one prompt, my mind will wander around, but with 3, my mind is forced to go a particular direction. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but that's how my silly mind works. Anyways, the 3 prompts I'm using are, of course, the official Inktober prompt list created by Jake Parker, a list created by Furry Little Peach, and then a list created by N1MH. I hope I am saying your name right. I apologize if I'm not, but you know I have nothing but love for you. I will be sure to link the accounts in the description if you'd like to check them out. So, for day 8, which is what you're seeing here, I was tasked with creating a drawing based on the words frail, pattern, and mist. I came up with this curly-haired sweetie holding a heart-shaped mask up to her face. It's cracked. Nothing is as frail and as fragile as a broken heart, in my opinion. Then I decided to give her very feminine clothes because feminine women are usually the ones labeled as frail or fragile. I felt like she was missing something though, so I gave her a katana, like, yeah, she's frail, but she'll kick your ass. She'll probably go home and cry about it later, but the deed will be done. I gave her a pattern of hearts on her shirt, and I drew some eerie mist around her. I really liked the vibe she was giving me, cute but killer. I decided this is the theme I wanted to take with me for the rest of Inktober. Before this day, I felt like my Inktober drawings were a little all over the place, but now they have a continuity that I can appreciate, which is why I'm just now showing you my Inktober drawings. Don't worry though, if you want to see the rest of my drawings, there will be an Inktober tour video at the end of this month, so make sure you're subscribed and have hit that notification bell to be reminded. Day 9, I had a lot of fun. Yes, this was the first prompt, I think, that really just made me feel like I was actually thoroughly enjoying Inktober. I think it was because I actually got a theme that I wanted to run with, and there's a lot of action, and it just feels a little bit more dynamic than a girl staring at you, which is all right. I ain't mad at that. But yeah, first it was fun because I decided to go ahead and kill off this brush pen. I used to be a really big fan of brush pens actually, but I don't know. Now I get something out of wasting all their ink on one picture, I guess. But yeah, the words for today were swing, sun, and dagger. Dagger. There we go. I know English. At first, I struggled so hard with this one. I had little sketches of her actually swinging on a swing, but I thought that was just so literal. So I decided to go for the action of swinging something. And I apologize if you hear a jet going over right now. I'm not re-recording this because of a jet. I'm sorry. My throat can't take it. It's in so much pain. So I'm not re-recording this. But yeah, at first I thought a bat, but that was an obvious pick with the new theme I was taking with my drawings. So I decided to have her swinging a golf club because why not? Maybe she had just swung at someone's head and took it clean off. Yeah, I apologize because I know that sounds pretty violent, but it's October. If we're going to talk violence in any month, we should talk violence in the spooky month. I think that's the month you can get away with it. Also apologizing for some of my hair getting into the video. I thought I had flipped it behind my shoulders, but no, I guess some of it decided to go ahead and show face. Show up and show out. Curly girls, where you at? No, but yeah. Yeah, I'm just apologizing for a lot in this video. This video is a hot mess, but I mean, would it be a Kiera Studio video if it was not a hot mess? No, okay, so we're right on brand. Sun was easy to interpret into the piece because I decided to make it like a motif, a pattern, if you will, something that just keeps showing up. I started with her hat and gave her like a patch on her hat that was a little sun design, and then I took her hat even further and gave her spikes all around it that kind of mimicked, how when we were kids, how we used to draw suns with little triangles. Oh, I hate being sick. Triangles as the sunbeams. So that's what her hat is kind of replicating, and it's also giving me some kind of Bowser vibes too. I don't know why, but it is, and I think that's also why I like this piece because of that. But yeah, and then I don't know if you can notice because I used a black ink to basically show blood, but also there's like a sun pattern on her belly, and there's a sun on her dagger. And yes, for the dagger piece, I just slipped it onto her thigh because why not, right? Why not? And yes, I know her body is deformed. Her torso is way too long. I give myself only 2 hours for each piece. That's from coming up with an idea to sketching it and then actually inking it. This is to make sure I don't start obsessing over the piece and don't slip into that I need to make a masterpiece every day for Inktober mindset. Nope. After 2 hours, I'm done. Even though this anatomy is heavily flawed, I still really like the drawing. Still one of my favorites so far. Day 10's concept was lackluster compared to the action vibes Day 9 was giving me, but I still like it. The words used for today were pattern, again, soda, and bells. I just wanted to make a cutie drinking soda, but to give her that edge, I decided she needed to be wearing brass knuckles and a little band-aid on her nose like she had just got done scrapping and maybe broke her nose in a fight. I wanted her to be looking directly at the viewer like, boy, don't let this kimono fool you. Even though she's not doing much, I still like the concept behind her. And as you can see, no one has any value to them in any of these drawings. I'm just using a set of Sakura Pigma microns and some Bristol paper from Strathmore that I cut in half. Like I said, I'm just keeping it real chill this Inktober and focusing on just drawing more since I took such a vacation from drawing. It's not even a vacation. After 9 months, bruh, that's not a vacation. That's way too long for me, at least, to not have been drawing. So I'm just using Inktober to get back into the flow of things. So maybe I'll color these girls one day, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll save all my coloring for November. I don't know. We'll have to see. And don't ask me what's going on in her hair. Those little wing things. I don't know. I think when I drew them, they were supposed to be feathers or flowers, but I forgot what they were supposed to be, and they just ended up looking like pine cones. But that's it. I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye.